Hello, students. I think you're all well. Stay with me. Today, we are going to study a new topic from the teaching aptitude. Okay, it is small two topics. That is factors affecting teaching, and another is the online and offline courses. By hearing that itself, I think you get some clear pictures about what is the factors of teaching. That is factors that affect the teaching. That is to become the teaching more effective. Okay, more proper. What all the things are needed for the teaching process. Okay, that is what we are dealing with, the factors affecting teaching. And online offline, it is very clear. Online and offline, that's very clear what it is. And we are also dealing with this topic also. So listen to the classes. Okay. Factors affecting teaching. Factors affecting teaching. And in this, which are the factors that affect the teaching? The first person is the teacher. We know the two important person in the teaching is the one is the teacher and another is the learner. That is very important. We all know that about it. That is teacher and learner is very important portion. That is we have studied about it. That is dependent and independent variable like that we have studied. Okay. Here also it's very clear that the factors affecting teaching, the teacher and learner is very important. And the environment is also important. The environment, that is the situation is getting for the learner. Okay, that is also very important, as well as the institution, the word the student is studying. We say that in this institution if the student study, it is good because it is providing with such and such things. Some moral values are given by them, the institution infrastructure is good, like that we are giving some inputs to that. Okay, so for getting best outputs, we need some inputs. That is the environment and institutions, we can call it as the inputs. Okay, so the teacher and learner, environment and institution is the four factors. Okay, that is the four effective factors in the teaching process. Okay, then we are now going to deal the four topics. What is the importance of it? That is what we are studying. First point is the teacher. Okay, why the teacher affect the teaching process? One is, what are the things? That is, one is the educational qualification. If a teacher have high knowledge about a subject and she is able to present it in a proper way, then that teaching process is very good. Okay, then the learner is able to get the what she is teaching. So educational qualification is very important. Next is manage students behavior. That is also very important. Inside, if it is an offline class, no doubt that, or if it is an online class, she should know how to manage the different kinds of students. You know that the mixed ability students are usually in our classes. It can be bright students, average students, low level students, and their behavior pattern is very different. Each of the students have. So teacher should have an ability to adjust to all these types of students, and she know to how to manage them properly. Personality, background, and values. This is very important for a teacher. If the teacher teaches all the things, and if she has not a good personality, okay, personality, or if she do not have values, if she's showing some kind of partiality or like that things, that the students will hate that teacher. If she had a good personality, the students will attracted towards the teacher and they will listen to the teacher, and they automatically, that good behaviors of the teacher will come to the students also. So the personality, background, values is very important for a teacher. Then experience and personal nature. Okay, experience, we know what it is. If a teacher each and every moment, the teacher get a new experience from a student. The student, we say that it's a wonderful magical experience what we get from the students, because each student is different and their approach is also different. They will behave very differently in different situations, so the teacher will get different experience. When she faces the same situation in some other time, she is able to handle it properly. So experiences make a teacher perfect. Okay, so experience is also very needed. Then personal nature. The personal nature is also needed. Personal nature, we know that the behavior of the teacher, the way she is treating the students, the way she is treating the parents, the way she is teaching the management, all these things, the personal nature of the teacher is also very important. Then skills and innovative. Skills and innovative, we know that even though some people have a lot of knowledge, but they don't know how to give their knowledge or how to teach them. That is also a problem. So a skill is needed. Skill means they must know how their students are, and they must know how they will be, and their level the teacher must know. A skill should be needed for that, to understand the students, to teach the language, or the teach the subject, whatever it is. So the skill is needed for a teacher. And innovative means the new things are needed. When new things come for the students, they are very interestingly, they will listen to the things. So that is also very needed for a teacher. Then manage the students behavior, that is also very important. That is, we mentioned it, that is managing the students is also very important. So I told you earlier itself, these are the qualities needed for a teacher. Next is the learner. That is, what is the specialty of a learner? Learner should have an intellectual ability. We say that the intellectual ability, we know that at the mental level. Okay, that is, we have heard that if they are mentally retarded, they are not able to reach up to that level of other students. So the mental level is different for each and every student. Intellectual ability is one of the factor for effective learning process or teaching process. That is also needed. The attention span. We know that nobody is able to sit for a long time by hearing some lectures or anything. After 15 or 20 minutes, everyone loses their attention span. So the learner's attention span, at least we have to make up to 15 or 20 minutes, that is needed. So that we have to maintain from the learner. So when the small classes, we know that they are not able to take attention span easily, they will distracted. Okay, when the age grows and grows, the attention span will increases from the learner side. Then prior knowledge means the knowledge about that matter. That is, if the teacher is taking about if taking about India, of Gandhiji, or of any other person, Nehru, or of Independence Day, or like that, something if the teacher is taking. So the prior knowledge about that person or of that country or of that whatever it is, if a student have it, they are able to connect it very easily. Understand? So prior knowledge is very important. They might have heard about these persons or countries or any other things earlier also. So they can connect it easily together. Then physical factor. Physical factor means if one person is physically not fit, that person is not able to listen carefully. So physical fitness is also one of the factor for a learner to get the effective teaching. Then emotion and social factor, that is also very important. The emotional level of the students are very different, because they may be coming from different family situations, and their emotional level is also very different. They are growing up. That also is a part of it. Then readiness. Readiness is their attitude towards the studies. That is called readiness. If they are ready to take the knowledge, then it is easy for us. If they are not ready to take the knowledge, then it is very difficult for the teacher to take the classes. So these are the main things why we say that learner is an important part of the effective teaching. Understand? So these all things are needed for a learner, then only the teaching will be more effective. Okay, intellectual ability is needed, attention span is needed, prior knowledge is needed, physical factor, emotional and social factors, and readiness is also needed. Then next is the environment. Environment, I said earlier itself, environment is if you are providing some technological level improvement for the students, then it is very good for them, because the technology is improving nowadays. So they have to be updated, and they should be given extra things. The library, we are giving an environmental library there, so they can search for different factors. They are searching for different ideologies or different matters, so they are able to improve themselves. Then instructional material. Instruction, what is instruction? To teach. Teaching materials, it is also a part of environment. That is what the teacher is doing for taking classes. Whether she is using the new technological method, or whether she is going on with the lecture method, whatever it is. So whatever she is doing, the instructional materials what she is using is also very important. Then safe caring environment. If the student is getting a good environment study, that student is able to study well. If it is in a violent area, if the student, he or she is studying or not, the enough care is not getting for the student, they will be droplet. We heard about that the students will drop out from the schools. So usually care and safe is needed for the students. Then equipments and social supply. Equipments and social supply means the society, what the society is providing them. Okay, what all the qualities or whatever things we are giving to the students. So that is society is social supply means, how they are able to get mingling with the other students. Up to date textbooks, that is very important, because usually we have a tendency that we are hold on with the traditional method, not moving forward, going on with the textbooks. If you have to change it, you have to change and have to go on with the new methods, update with the textbooks and new publications in online, offline, whatever it is, they should be updated. So these are things that needed for environment. It's technology, library, instructional materials, safe and caring for the students, equipments and social supplement, up to date textbooks. Next is institution. Institution is reputation and facility is very important. It is, if a student is studying in a very reputed institution and all the facilities are provided by them, then usually every parent or the student like to be the part of that institution. If reputation is very bad, then nobody is ready to take an admission in such institutions. So that is also one needed. The geographical location. If the institution in very remote area and nobody is able to reach there, then that is also an important, that is also a problem. So institution should be reachable area. The geographical location is important. If it is according to the people around that area, okay, that is then only. If it is city, the schools, colleges in a cities have an institution geographic, that is geographical area is different. If it is in rural area, that institution level is different, because the people in that area see the institution in different way. So that is also, it is very important. The lack of curriculum review. Institution, we know that curriculum, you know what is curriculum. It is, there is a procedure what we are following inside institutions, and that is should be, it should be up to dated. Okay, then overpopulation, you know that if the students over quickly populated, two things is there. One, over populated area is there and institutions are there, then it will cause some problem there, because of the it is not easy to keep the reputation and facilities. So we have to control the strength also. Then administrative policies is very important, because if administrative policies is not good for the students and not good for the teaching staff and not good for the policies of the society, then the institution will not work properly. It should be in carrying all the for teachers, students, the society's values, all these things, then it is very good to move on with that such kind of institutions. Okay, then staff and management nature, that is also important. If that, how the teachers are behaving with the students, it is a factor. And then if they are behaving in a well way, then the students are ready to go to that school and to study there. The management nature is also important. If they are not leaving too much heavy loads for the fees or something, then the students are able to study there. Okay, if it is in a college or in a school, wherever it is, the staff and management nature is also very important. That they should know the psychological background of the students as well as the people, then only it will work very well. So institution, these all things is needed. That is reputation, facilities, geographical location, the lack of the curriculum, if is there, it is very problem. Overpopulation can also be a problem. Then administrative policies is important. Staff and management nature, that is also very important in the case of an institution. So we have studied already the four factors, that is the teacher, learner, then we have studied the environment, and next we studied the institution. These are the four effective factors of a teaching. Next, we are studying the supportive material. Supportive material for the teaching. Okay, supportive material for the teaching. Learning and teaching supportive material. That is, learning means to take in. Okay, taking in what the teacher is giving. Access to it. Access to it means if it is giving in an online, if that student is able to access it, able to reach it. Okay, then use and quality. It should be very qualitative. If the teaching of the student is quality wise, then only the learner is able to get it. Okay. Availability means we are able to get that materials. What the teacher is providing or what the teacher is trying to give, that should be able to get to the students. That is learning and teaching supportive materials. We need these 3 points, that learning and teaching supportive materials should be accessible ആയിരിക്കണം. Then we have to be, they have should have a quality. Then availability is also needed. Then instructional facilities. What is instructional facilities? That teacher should get some proper facilities. Then only she is able to take the class. Access and user friendly. That is, user friendly means those person who is using it, he or she is able to handle it in a very friendly way. And access means able to reach. Okay, creative and interesting. The teacher is able to take the class in a very interesting manner, and it should be very creative. No doubt the students are very interesting towards it, and they will usually reach it. Okay, then proper management means, proper management, what is meant by proper management? For that is the able to manage the things in a right way. Okay, instruction for access and user friendly, creative and interesting, proper management, all these things are very needed in the case. Okay, so supportive materials, one is learning and teaching supportive material, and what we have said 3 points is the, and then instructional facilities, access, user friendly, creative, interesting, and proper management is needed for the instructional material. Next, a small topic is that is online and offline courses. It's very clear from the topic itself what it is. Still, I am just explaining it to you. Those who are not able to understand from that, just I will explain it. Online means network. Okay, virtual or networked environment. E-learning, that is by using the internet is using in the case of online teaching or whatever it is. Courses, online courses means those we are using the net process, that is internet is using for the courses. And offline is traditional classes, example academic classes. That is offline classes, we know we are going to the classes, the teachers take the classes and students listen it, they are writing for the exams like that. That is the offline classes. And online classes, now I think you are able to understand, because the pandemic made us to understand what is online classes. So online and offline classes, online and offline classes are there is some difference is there. If both is going together, that is what we call blending. Okay, online offline both is going together, that we what we call as blending. Online is called the internet connected courses. Okay, by using the internet only we are able to reach it. Then offline, we know that there is no need, it is direct contact is coming here. What is the difference between online and offline classes? Okay, virtual classes. Virtual classes, we know that it is not direct classes. Okay, but still we are able to keep in touch. Pre-recorded. Pre-recorded means it can be. Online classes can be pre-recorded and teacher can give the classes. Now see, I have recorded it and distributing it too. So it is a pre-recorded work and not a recording at the live. It is not live for you. So pre-recorded works are there. Then flexible. Flexible means it can be at any time. So if I have recorded things, I can give it at night time, or it can be at in the noon time, or it can be at the morning time, whatever it is, access anywhere. Online only process is that we have to assess it. If online I have given all these things, then if it is not reaching to the students, then there is no value for it. Okay, what is the case of offline classes is direct classes, that is face to face. We are coming in touch with the student and the teacher is coming in touch. It is always good, because the behavior of the student can be changed by getting a direct contact. Always says that the teaching, that is education is something, want to make changes in the students. So if it is through online, that is not possible easily. When it is offline classes, we get a direct contact with the direct contact with the students. Okay, then traditionally, you know, the students and teachers sitting together and taking the classes. Okay, that is I have told already itself. That is traditionally is where the teacher and student is coming into contact. Okay. Then not flexible. Not flexible means it's permanent time. And for see for those schools or colleges, we started with 9 o'clock or 9:30, and it ups to 4 o'clock or 4:30. Like that, we have given a fixed time is given there, and the teachers will go on their hours and they will take the classes. So it is not flexible. Okay, in the online classes, teacher can do it at any time, but in the offline classes, there is no flexibility. Then practical approach. Practical approach means we know that we are coming in contact with the human beings directly with the students. Okay, so it's a practical approach means we can do the things directly. So for the science subjects, they can do their work directly, not by seeing on the online. They are doing it directly and they are getting a practice about the things. So that is the difference between online and offline classes. So I think today you are able to understand what I have taken already. Okay, it's a small topic and it is in the teaching aptitude. It is about the factors affecting the teaching. Four factors I have already told you. That is the teacher. Then I told you it is the learner. The next is the environment, and next we told about the instructions. Institution, not instruction. It is institutions. Okay, that are the four factors that affecting the teaching. Okay, and next we talked about the online and offline classes. Okay, online and offline classes, how it is and how it will work, all these things, what is the difference between the online and offline classes. So it's very simple topic I have taken for you. I have taken it as a small bits because I know that today we have already told that a long span is not easy for everyone to listen. So in small classes we are covering all topics. Okay, don't worry about it, we are covering all topics for you, and I am giving it giving the classes, all the classes and all the topics we will surely go through. Okay, all the topics, small topics, we will take in small classes, and it is easy for you to listen and to take the classes or take the notes or whatever it is. So you have to be in contact with me through this channel. Okay, and you must just subscribe this channel, then only you are able to get my classes. It's free of course, you just have to subscribe it, that is only needed. Then you will get all the classes very free of cost, and it's all the notes I am providing very clearly for you, and you can listen the lectures also, you can take down the notes also. You are clearly able to crack your UGC net, no doubt for that. So all the best for all of you. Okay, have a nice day.